Tracking on enemy target has been lost. Ground-based recon required. Begin landing sequence. Alright, yeah, so we finished the little tutorial sequence there on the ship. But now it's time to actually get into the world of this game. The world of Metroid Prime. Again, I have gotten about halfway through this game before, way back in the day. So part of it might be familiar to me, part of it might not be. It's probably not gonna be familiar at all at this point. Mixer went down. You didn't hear about that? That happened a couple of years ago. No wonder you haven't heard of them since Ninja signed on that platform. They freaking bought out big streamers like Ninja and a bunch of others for like these multi-year contracts, and then it was literally just like a few months after that, it was like half a year at most, something like that, that the platform just got shut down entirely. So it was a freaking fantastic deal for all the big streamers that were paid big bucks to come over to the platform for what they thought was going to be like a long-term deal. And it was like, oh, well, get pranked. I guess it's a short-term deal now. You can go back to doing whatever you want. So they just get like a whole bunch of cash money for that. So for those that were brought over to Mixer for that, what an incredible deal it was for them. Also, one of the things that I noticed when I was testing this on my own time, look how there's like rain droplets on your visor. This was a 2002 GameCube game, and there's a rain droplets on your visor. I love that. That's such a cool attention to detail. The kind of thing I would not expect from a 2002 GameCube game. It really immerses you as like, you know, being the one in the shoes here, exploring around this world. I like that. I like that a lot. That's really neato. But yeah, let's see here. YouTube's trying to stretch into Twitch's live streaming territory. Twitch should stretch into YouTube's pre-recorded video territory. What Twitch honestly has the most potential with is short form content, I would argue. Competing with platforms like TikTok, for example. If Twitch actually made a really good way for discovering Twitch clips and promoting Twitch clips and using that as a means to discover other creators, that would be really cool. Like, imagine if there was a page of Twitch just for like browsing popular clips and whatnot and showcasing clips, and creators can decide like, oh, these are the clips I want to like primarily showcase that represent me and whatnot. It'd be a really cool way for, you know, creators to get discovered and for Twitch to be able to get a foothold in like the short form content kind of space, which is constantly getting more and more popular, as we've seen with platforms like TikTok. Like, I feel like tuning into Twitch VODs doesn't have too much potential. It's a zoomer, heck yeah! Anyway, considering, like, if you're going to Twitch, if you have the option to tune into a live stream or a VOD, why would you choose the VOD over a live stream? Like, there's just no point. But if you're coming to Twitch just to watch, like, a bunch of short clips for, like, the best highlights of a stream, that would be a really cool, and that would be something that Twitch would have a lot of potential to pursue. Or there was this one idea that Mixer actually had, which I've only gone on Mixer like a couple times just to try it out, so I haven't actually seen this feature firsthand. I've just heard about it from other creators. But apparently, there was this one feature on Mixer where they would be showcasing various people's streams like right at key points of the stream. Like with Fortnite, for example. If it was a Fortnite game and there was like, if it was like the top 10 last players or something like that, then it would start focusing on that stream and show like this top 10 until that player either dies or wins. And then it goes to another stream that's like just the top 10 players standing or something like that. So it was like highlighting the key and most intense moments of these various streams by jumping around like that. I'm fairly certain that was a Mixer thing. Don't quote me on that because I haven't actually seen it firsthand, but I heard that that was a thing that Mixer apparently did. And it's a really cool idea. Like, those are both ideas that have like a lot of potential, is both showcasing clips and showcasing streams at like key moments in things like multiplayer games. Hive Totem, I guess I'll be going that way or something like that. So if Twitch pursued either of those avenues, I feel like those are things that could have a lot of potential. I don't know if Twitch would ever have like a lot of a potential for a foothold in pre-recorded content like YouTube, but clips and showcasing streams at key moments, those are things that have a lot of potential, and I'm honestly surprised Twitch hasn't done it yet. Anyway, let me catch up on other thingamabobs here. Remember when games used to do raindrops? RCT3 comes to mind as well. RCT3 was a game very ahead of its time. I would say immersion is a huge part of this series. I will give the games that, yeah, that's something that I've definitely heard about the Metroid Prime games, and something that I'm definitely looking forward to, you know, seeing here as we go through the whole shenanigans here and whatnot. But yeah, this seems like it could work good with a VR port. Yo, imagine if the Metroid Prime trilogy came to Switch with like the whole Labo VR thing. So many Labo VR games are things that are in third person, like Breath of the Wild or Smash. It's like, what's the point in playing these in VR? Like, why? Is it really that enhancing? I've literally never been in VR in my life, so I wouldn't know. But I would think that things that would be in first person would be the best games to be playing in VR, right? Something like this with like Labo VR, that sounds cool. That would single-handedly convince me to buy Labo VR, honestly. Or if Xenoblade Chronicles on the Switch, the first Xenoblade Chronicles game, had an option for VR. Because in Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, something that they added over the original was the option to zoom the camera in all the way, to the point that it is basically first person. I mean, first person, that game is basically like a waist-high camera rather than eye level, unfortunately. But if that game, it's never gonna happen, but if that game ever got like a Labo update, and an update that turned the mostly zoomed in camera from a eye level rather than waist height, man, I would love to see the world of Xenoblade 1 in VR. That'd be so cool. I'm honestly surprised that Nintendo hasn't, you know, decides you. Nintendo / Microsoft. I don't know who would be to blame for that there. Oh my good gracious, how the heck what the heck is this? What the hell? I made it through unscathed, wow. But yeah, let's see here. I feel like a privileged member of Fringe Minority for having grown up with a GameCube and its comparatively awesome graphics compared to the far greater massive children grew up with PS2s. Yeah, I don't regret growing up with a PS2, like it's how I got into Sly Cooper. It's crazy. There were so many super big IPs on the PS2, but the only big name that I ever got into was Sly Cooper. I didn't really know about the others. I don't know what kind of trick of fate resulted in that. I don't regret it. I adore Sly Cooper so much, unless we're talking about Sly 4, which we don't talk about Sly 4. That's the one we don't talk about. As we were talking about earlier this stream, like we don't talk about Other M, except we do talk about Other M because I haven't played that one. We don't talk about Sly 4. We're probably never gonna cover Sly 4 on this channel because of how awful it is. Like, I've heard that the gameplay of it is actually pretty good from what I've heard, but my goodness, the story of it is like the most atrocious thing I've ever seen in my life. To the point that I just do not ever wanna play it. So, if it ever is covered on the channel for whatever weird trick of fate, it'd have to be like for some crazy like charity goal or something like that. Which, not for this upcoming charity stream. I might, for some future charity stream, make like a crazy donation goal be like do a playthrough of Sly 4. I haven't announced what the big donation goals of the upcoming charity stream are gonna be yet. But that's not one of them. That is not one of them. The day might come that I make it available as like a goal. Not this upcoming one. Not the one at the end of May. No. No. I need to like mentally prepare myself for even the slightest possibility, and I have not mentally prepared myself for even the slightest possibility yet. So yeah, no, maybe one day, but for now, yeah, no. I thought that was a weird particle effect coming out of my gun for a second. Was it actually like smoking? No, maybe I was getting confused with some effect around. I don't know. I could have sworn I saw something. Well, I'm getting my buttons mixed up here. But yeah, let's see here. I do kind of wish that I had had like a GameCube to experience games of as well. I did have a Wii, and I did get to play a few GameCube games at least from the Wii being back compatible. And my goodness, I've put so many playthroughs into Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door, for example. I only have a few GameCube games, but Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door is my favorite one. My goodness gracious, what a time that was. Moving is so weird in this, where you don't use the right stick to turn the camera. Again, because it wasn't like industry standard yet. I hope that it will be standard in Prime 4. Warning that I assume if I stay in like an area like this, I'll be taking damage and whatnot. But yeah, let's just see here. But yeah, probably because Roller Coaster Tycoon is about having relevant to modern gaming as 8-track tapes are to car radios. Yeah, I mean, the Roller Coaster Tycoon games in general were all very ahead of their time, I feel like. Let me catch up on a few things here. Wait, what's a big part of your channel? What, Roller Coaster Tycoon, I imagine? I had a GameCube once back in the day for like 6 months. Only remember having the Incredible Hulk game. Didn't even realize that was a game, but at the same time, it kind of doesn't surprise me. Get another one, but the games cost more than buying entire other consoles. There's always like the option of a Wii, since the Wii's back compatible. Like, that's what I played Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door on so many times back in the day and such. Though, at the end of the day, when it comes to downloading games off of like whatever site, the way that I see it, like, I know that as a content creator, you shouldn't be promoting that kind of thing, but the way that I see it is if there's literally no way for the company to make money off of that game anymore, like if they just refuse to sell it, then what's the harm in just downloading it? Like, if it's on a console that's so old that you can't go to the store and buy the game anymore, what's the harm? You know, if the company can't make profit off of it anymore. That's the way that I see it. Like, no one's being harmed if if you're doing that. It's no different than buying it off of, you know, the freaking eBay, whatever the heck, desert drought of classic games and whatnot, since Nintendo refuses to sell their classic games. What was that sound? It was a little bit ominous, isn't it? But yeah, let's see here. Incidentally, the GameCube and Wii U were really hurt by bad marketing from Nintendo. The lackluster library of Wii U certainly didn't help. Yeah, you're not you're not wrong there. I'm like one of the few people that has a Wii U. It's still on top of my computer right now. We could switch to the Prime trilogy on my Wii U at any point. In fact, I could probably load up my old Prime 1 save and see just how far I got, because I actually have no idea. Is this a boss? What the heck is going on here? Oh no, I have no missiles right now. Oh, and I have no charge shot. Holy crap. Soon I have to be shooting that when I get like openings and whatnot. I still have a few things to catch up on. Pew pew pew. I assume I gotta be shooting that, right? I have no charge shot, and that's throwing me off. So many bugs! Oh my goodness gracious. Exterminator Samus on the job. No, be gone, please. Please be gone. Please. Also, I have heard about, like, the story of the development of Metroid Prime before. And it's actually really fascinating for... Gosh dang it! Anyone not super familiar with it? Because this is a game that absolutely, by all means, like, was set up for failure, but it just didn't, and they were able to clutch it out. Gosh dang it! Dang it! I think the GameCube was really hurt by the fact that its smaller disc resulted in some cross-platform games having less lower quality textures. I bet PS2's big selling feature is being able to play DVDs. Nintendo just had to be weird with its small discs and whatnot. Gosh dang it. But yeah, I think the Wii U was more harmed by not just being a very good system in an era with the PS4. I mean, the Wii U did come out like a decent bit before the... Wait, did it come out a decent bit before the PS4? Or am I getting myself mixed up? That's what I have in my head, at least. But, I mean, still not wrong, though, was the thing. But yeah, on the subject of the GameCube, it's so baffling that Nintendo is quite allergic to re-releasing GameCube games, even as they become one of the most sought-after retro game libraries. Yeah, they're probably gonna make it like some additional service in the future to charge like an extra cost on top of. Be like, oh, here's a handful of GameCube games. Pay us like an extra $40 a year or something like that. Sounds like what Nintendo would do, honestly. Just to, there's only, what's that? There's only one specific GameCube game you want to play? You still gotta pay us like the entire price for the entire library annually just to play that one game. Anyway, I do have a Wii, but again, you can play 3 other Wii discs for the price of Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. Yeah, and Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, like is one of the games that's in the state of like, there's no way that you can buy it in a way that benefits the producer anymore anyway. So, like, who cares? When it comes to how it's bought, I figure. How that game is acquired. Like, I don't know why Nintendo is so averted to, like, emulation on games they refuse to sell, and then when they do sell them, their emulation, gosh darn it, just sucks. You know? Like, when they added Nintendo 64 games to the Switch, my goodness, those worked really poorly. Gosh dang, I'm gonna die again! How did I like, saved myself there, and then I jumped right back into the drink again. I'm struggling on the first boss of this game. Not because the boss is hard, but because the arena that I'm in just sucks. That is literally all it is. My goodness, this feels like the Capri Sun Demon from Dark Souls 1. That's what this feels like. It's like the boss isn't hard, it's just the arena sucks. I remember this boss being tough just because of the arena, I would imagine. But yeah, let's just see here. Like how they give the illusion of wearing the circular helmet. Yeah, a lot of the, gosh dang it, the setup that they have around in this game is definitely realish nice. All right, let's go. Bit by bit, I'm getting used to the controls. Because playing it way back in the day was done in the Wii version, this is my first time playing it with this kind of control scheme, so it's also taking some getting used to, as opposed to most games where you use this stick to, you know, aim and whatnot. It is taking a little bit of getting used to here and whatnot. But yeah, let's see here. Nintendo Switch expansion pack plus GameCube, Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games added. They're all gonna be separate packs, knowing Nintendo. They're all gonna be like separate services where it's like, do you want the Game Boy pack? Do you want the GameCube pack? Do you want the Game Boy Color pack? You should shell out for all these various things. But yeah, imagine you need to pay $80 USD a year for Pokemon channel. Honestly, at the pace that they're going, like, it probably won't happen for a little while yet, but I'm sure the day will come, honestly. Like, even just Pokemon stuff on its own. If you want to pay for Pokemon Home to actually be able to manage all your Pokemon on modern devices, that's already like 20 bucks a year, is the thing. I'm sure the day will come. Like, I know that Pokemon Channel is like a different thing, but I'm honestly not super familiar with Pokemon Channel, but even just thinking about things like Pokemon Home and Bank, I'm sure the day will come when just managing your Pokemon on modern software is just gonna cost like 80 bucks a year. We already went from 5 with the 3DS and Bank to 20 a year with the Switch. So it's only a matter of time as it just keeps on going up and up, you know. It's only a matter of time. Okay. You freaking bugs. Get on out of here. Be gone, thought. Be gone, I say. Who's poking me now? Where you just watch TV with Pikachu? That's it? That's the game? I thought that there was more to it than that. Again, I don't know like a whole lot about it. Ah, come on. Boop. Okay. There. Okay, jeez. That boss is either insanely easy or insanely hard. It really just depends on if you get knocked into the drink. Is what it seems like. So we're gonna get missiles back now, right? Heck yeah, missiles. But yeah, and somehow it's good? Huh. You don't see Sony shutting down the PS3 emulator to play a game like OG Demon's Souls and other PS3 exclusives that you don't know of. Think about the PS3 emulator. I've been, in preparation for the 24-hour charity stream at the end of the month, I've been trying to figure out how to get, like, Metal Gear going, and I was trying to figure out, like, do I want an MSX emulator? Do I want an NES emulator? Or do I want a PS3 emulator? Because apparently there was, like, a Metal Gear collection released on the PS3, and I could just do it through that. But I eventually elected on the NES emulator for Metal Gear 1. I don't have Metal Gear 2 set up yet. I might need to do that PS3 thingamabob or get like an English patch for the NES version, because apparently the original NES version wasn't ever re-released out of Japan or something like that. Press Y to fire. Okay, press A to switch back to beams. Missiles can destroy some blast shields on doors. Cool. Cool, let's go. Yes. Cool, man. Energy tank? Oh, heck yeah. Wouldn't it be funny, enraging, if they ported the pre-Switch Pokemon games except Diamond Pearl Platinum? Because, oh, we already have the brand new Sinnoh games on here. Why do we need the old one? You know, my, this little cousin of mine, I don't have my BDSP freaking cartridge anymore. I lent it to him because he wanted to, like, play it. I was like, okay, you can play it, but it sucks and such. He said, It's not like super into it. He's gotten stumped on a decent bit, but from what I've heard, it doesn't sound like he's super duper into the game there. But he had semi-recently asked for me to lend my old 3DS again. And so part of the reason why I have like a bazillion 3DS and DS games all over my desk right now is because I've kind of been setting up the this 3DS here to be jam-packed with a whole bunch of games and whatnot. And one of the ones that's on there now is Pokemon Platinum. So I figure I'll let him know, like, by the way, that game that you've been playing, like, here and there, if you want a, like, literally just better version, like, it's on there. It'll be the thing. So there's that. But yeah, I thought that was somebody spawning in. But yeah, let's see here. Once bought an annual subscription to Pokemon Bank, but I've not yet paid in Pokemon Home because there seems to be so little benefit to transporting Pokemon forward to games that have fewer features than Moon and Sun, or Sun and Moon, or whatever the heck. Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, past 2023, once the year 2023 rolls around, it just straight up won't be possible to transfer Pokemon all the way forward anymore. Like, ever since Generation 3, it's been possible to transport your Pokemon all the way to modern games, but once 2023 rolls around, that just won't be possible anymore. Like, how sad is that? And people people look at my video as they talk about how Pokemon lost its magic of like the customizability and interactivity. There's that effect on the gun I was talking about before. And I'm like, no, you just grew up. It's like, did I now? Is that really all it is? I took issue specifically with the Switch era games. And only the main series games, not the spin-offs. I've loved all the spin-offs on the Switch. Like New Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Tournament, and Rescue Team GX. I've loved all those games. Those are great. It's clearly all because I grew up. Yep. So I'm gonna need the Morph Ball to get that other thingamabob. I know that there was like a blast door back that way somewhere, so I guess I'll go back to that thingamabob. But yeah, let's just see here. PS3 emulators have gotten good in the last year or so. The console's cell architecture is so widely bizarre that Xbox 360 emulation has already been a thing for years now. And PS3 is now just decent with emulation. Huh. I've never looked into it before. Like, I might potentially have to once we start getting into, like, Metal Gear stuff on the channel. Maybe. But we shall see. During the 24-hour charity stream, we'll do, like, the very first Metal Gear game on the, good old NES emulator, and that'll all be a-okay. Should I? Whatever, I'm not going to that save point. I know that there was a blast door back here somewhere. I'm fairly certain. Wait, it's a freaking laser room again! What? I'm speedrunning this. See you later, nerds. But yeah, RSPS3, think that's what it's called, is still in development, though a lot of games are playable. Interesting. Would that be how I'd play Sly 4 on the inevitable day that eventually comes? Look how much health of mine that took off. Holy crap. My goodness gracious. As I grew up a mind that can think critically, and it says that even if it's made for kids, they deserve a decent goddamn game. Interesting thing about Pokemon is there's more young adults playing it than kids. Like, I couldn't find a single study that says that more kids play it than adults. Most of the Pokemon player base are actually young adults. So I wonder if, like with Scarlet and Violet, I do wonder if the reason why they explicitly made the trainers like super duper young kids, if the reason is Pokemon trying to be like, hey, we were trying to make this a kid's game. Is what we're trying to do. Like, what's this going on with the older audience playing? I wonder if that's the motivation with Scarlet and Violet. Anyway, that's a little bit of a tinfoil hat theory. That's probably not the case, but it's funny to think about, you know. Is Pokemon just being like, what the heck? We're trying to make this for kids. Why is most of our player base young adults? So they're trying to make sure that it gets like more associated with kids again by making the Scarlet and Violet protagonists just directly super duper young kiddos. I don't know. That's probably not the case, but I like to imagine it is because that sounds funny in my head. So there's that. How many bugs are there? Holy crap. Bunch of energy things up here. Can I grab them? Nope, not quite. Not quite there. But yeah, let's see here. Pokemon Bank's gonna become free in 2023. Wait, it is? I thought it was getting shut down in 2023. Though who knows how long the Pokemon Company will keep that app functioning thereafter. Speaking of the decline of Pokemon, you have the image stuck in your mind of Pokemon X and Y remakes being released with Mega Evolutions being stripped out. Oh, imagine. Also, think about Pokemon X and Y when it comes to this 3DS that I'm lending to my, my little cousin and such. During a previous, Mario and Luigi stream, I talked about how he asked if I could set up a Pokemon X randomizer, and it took a decent bit of doing, but on this old 3DS here, I successfully created a Pokemon X randomizer, and I realized when I did that I could set, like, any Pokemon to whatever thing in stone if I really wanted to. Oh, so this needs some Morph Ball, I guess. So during that, that one Mario and Luigi stream where we were, what were we doing? It was some dungeon bit. It was when we were in the Hooniversary, I believe, where I was like, okay, are there any suggestions in chat for, gosh dang it, for what I should make the starter Pokemon for this randomizer that I give to my little cousin here? And I took y'all's suggestions. I went back in the stream to see the suggestions, and that's what I set as the, like, the original starters and the Kanto starters. So it's, the starters aren't random. They're literally what was decided there. So like the very beginning of the game, I believe the starters are Baniri, Cherubi, and Gumi. I forget who all suggested those ones. And then the, what did I set for the Kanto starters again? I don't remember at this point because it was, you know, I didn't get that far in testing. I know I set it up in the first place. I could just go check in the actual files that I put together. But I know it was like a bunch of other things that people requested. I think that one is Combi, I think. Gosh dang these guys! What the heck? But yeah, so know that when my, my 7th grade little cousin plays Pokemon X for the first time in a randomizer, the Pokemon that he gets as options for starters, it was decided by y'all nerds. I just want y'all to know that, okay? So, there's that. Anyway, but yeah, gonna take a note from your book when Scarlet and Violet comes out and play it without the day one patch. Yeah, I was sketched out about BDSP for that reason. We did basically the whole playthrough without the day one patch. I was sketched out about Legends Arceus as well, so we did like the first bits of the playthrough without the day one patch. But then I realized like, okay, yeah, the day one patch really doesn't seem to affect anything. And from like all my Googling and research, it really seemed like nothing was locked behind the day one patch. So I did wind up getting the day one patch for Legends Arceus, but I do wonder, like Scarlet and Violet, should I do a lot of the playthrough without the day one patch as well, just to find out firsthand if basic game things like the soundtrack were put behind that. I can't believe that game shipped without its soundtrack. Something very interesting. After that video on BDSP, when I said that that was like the biggest instance I'd ever seen of like locking a game behind a day one patch apart from like Fallout 76, I actually got a lot of comments notifying me about an even crazier case. Apparently there was like some Tony Hawk's Pro Skater game where the game itself was basically just like a tutorial, like a demo stage, and then you had to install like the rest of the game digitally. So here I thought that BDSP was like one of the worst cases ever for like having so much of the game behind a day one patch. No, there are cases out there that get so much worse. So yeah, YouTube comments kind of showed me a thing or two about that. I was like, whoa, that's a kind of crazy, isn't it? So, look at the metallic sheet on this. Holy crap. That's actually crazy. I'm not running like any texture packs. I was thinking about getting like a texture pack going before starting this playthrough, but I don't have like a texture pack going or anything. That's just the way the game looks. And this is a 2002 GameCube game. And this looks so much better than Legends Arceus. Holy crap. Morphle. Heck yeah. Anyway,